Hello, Bulldog Nation. Coach Kevin Bernithi and I out here at the stadium in the middle of the field. Coach, last week put up a number, set a record. Tell me about the offensive side of the ball.
I think our offense, clicked pretty well. We talk about all the time about being a balanced offense, and I tell people all the time it's not necessarily a 50-50 deal, it's a make people worry deal. And I thought Jamad played really good throwing the ball. The offensive line protected well, and that caused our opponent, to be worried about us throwing the ball, and then it started opening up things for the run. And our offensive line, I thought, grew up a lot from game 2 to game 3, and I think that was the major difference.
Huge difference from week 1 to week 3. The pass that stands out in my mind the most right now is the pass to Caden Hisataki, coming out of his break,
right.
Ball out of the hand of Jamad. That's how you write it up.
Yeah, and we practiced it. That's actually the first week that we had to come back in, and we worked on it, and Jamad understands when to throw it and understands the timing with Caden, and it was really good.
You saw Jamad a little bit anxious with the knee against Deer Park. He goes out to L6, he's more comfortable, comes out against GCM, and like nothing had happened. Do you think he's gotten into that groove now where it's not in the back of his head?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it helps that, also that the offensive line's getting better and not giving up as many leaks in the middle and pass protection, and he understands that they're understanding what they're supposed to do, and, he feels comfortable behind them, and I thought they played a lot better than they had the week, even the Elsa game. So the progression of that and his confidence in our offense and understanding this thing doesn't happen overnight, and he's a smart kid and he's a good player, and I think he's getting confidence, and we got good receivers he nailed them. So
on the defensive side, Coach Adams dialed up a couple of blitzes at the
right
time.
Yeah.
That's something that we hadn't seen in a while, and got a sack on one.
Mm-hmm.
Almost got a sack on the other one. He actually rolled away from it. Defensively, though, what's your take from that game?
Yeah, the corner blitz on third down I thought was really good. Jalen executed it well. We were able to pull up the quarterback and able to get him from the back. The big thing is just weekly progression. I thought, TJ Williams played a lot better at safety. I thought our defensive ends, contained a little better. We were worried about their quarterback running and getting out of the pocket and going, and then that's a kid that didn't even get to finish the game. Because we put the hat on them a couple times, and I guess they're trying to save them for later. So just the overall effort on defense I thought was a lot better.
They had a couple that could go. They had a couple, like you told us in the previous coaches show. They did. They had a couple
right.
That could get after. Something that I did see, you named some award winners that you put on the website. Tell us about. I know you don't have to tell us who all it was.
Right.
But tell us about what those awards were.
Yeah, so the big keys are your offensive, defensive MVPs, where you have a skilled guy, and then you have two guys that an offensive lineman on offense, and then a guy that plays in the front, because a lot of times the guys that get the ball get all the glory. So you want to name all them. Then we have a special teams player of the week, and then also we have a service player of the week. So that's a sub-varsity player that throughout the week does what we feel the best job of providing scout team reps, doing the little things to help the varsity, and I think those guys deserve to be recognized as well.
If you want to see that, it is on our website, lpsdathletics.com, or you can go to lpsd.org, and you can go through that web page, go to athletics, it'll take you to it. It's right there on the front page. It's also on the football's homepage. So 2-1, 1-0 in district.
Right.
Going into Baytown Lee.
Right.
Last year, Baytown Lee had a pretty good club. What do you see coming?
Yeah, I think they're good. Their quarterback's good. They got good receivers. They play hard up front. They do play a lot of kids both ways. So it's something that we need to do is, kind of wear on them a little bit, because we don't play as many guys both ways right now. So we're blessed to be able to do it that way. But they're a good football team. They played Crosby real close for a long time. Crosby's been in the state semifinals and the state finals and 5A division, I believe, too, the past couple of years. But You know, they're going to be a formidable opponent. We need to be ready.
Yeah, that game kind of went back and forth. We were watching it during our game, and Crosby gets up, and then here comes Lee again, and Crosby gets up, here comes Lee again. We're expecting it. We know they're going to be able to run.
Right.
A lot of speed on the offensive side. Defensively, they match up with who we've seen. It's still odd front.
Yeah, well, they go back and forth between even and odd. You know, when they see a tight end, they like to play a weak eagle with a 3-5 on the weak side, and so that's kind of what we're looking forward to is something similar to what we saw last week and prepare the kids, you know. But the thing about it is we go against our defense every day, so if we're preparing them for an odd front, they see an even front every day also. So, you know, they're comfortable in being able to block that as well.
What's your absolute keys for this week?
Possess the football, hold on to the football, don't turn the ball over, don't give up big plays, and win the special teams battle. I mean, you know, the past 3 weeks we've had 3, I think, really big special teams plays. You know, 2 kickoff returns and an onside kick to come out in the second half and executed well, and we also had a couple block punts. So winning the special teams battle is going to be key.
I wanted to go back. I want to go back to last week. True freshman. He one step down here, and I kind of had a heart attack in the boots because I watched I think the snap kind of bothered him a little bit. So you had a true freshman step in to kick field goals for you.
Right.
Is that just a game time, or has he been working on that?
No, he's been working on it. You know, he's been out here, and you know, Oswaldo Lopez, he's a great kid, and we're looking forward to having him for 4 years. I mean, that's a position you always worry about as a head football coach, and when you have one that is going to be that's young, that you know you're going to have for a couple of years, it kind of makes you feel better.
Well, and we're not used to having someone named Levi or Foster for the last 8 years also, so it's a little different. And we see Jag come out and kick, and he's doing a pretty good job.
He is.
And then the freshman comes in and kicks, and it was just a little bit off. His first kick, like I said, it kind of took me off a little bit. So one step there, and he booted it through. But then he settled in. And, a little bit of nerves in that as it goes in.
Yeah, and they both enjoy being out here, so that's also a key. You know, sometimes you have kickers that coach is kicking over, can we leave? But they enjoy being around the team and being a part of the team.
You know, again, that's a testament of the changes that are happening. I told you, our viewership is almost doubled in the last week, and it has across the board. Volleyball and football have almost doubled of where we were. Usually we're about 1.7 thousand, and we're a little over 3,000 right now, and that's a testament of people coming back home and doing the right thing. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break. I've got something that he doesn't know I'm going to do to him.
Okay.
But we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
That perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
Are you looking for your dream home? Or maybe ready to sell your current home for a fresh start? Main Properties is here to provide you a personal and stress-free process. Main Properties has been servicing the LaPorte area and its surrounding cities for over 30 years with pride and spirit. Let one of our expert realtors here at Main Properties provide you with the caring service that is tailored to what you need. Come see us in the heart of Old LaPorte at 1014 South 2nd Street and let us put sold on your sign.
A lot of people don't know that you and I have known each other for a long time, and I know you like throwing that out there on me every once in a while. But let's let everybody get to know head coach Kevin Beneath.
Okay.
Tell me from your college experience, what play stands out in your head in all 4 years?
Oh, man.
What's something that stands out? Because if you don't know, he played in the Gulf South Conference, Division II, played at Southern Arkansas. So what's one play that you will remember for the rest of your life that happened?
Yeah, well, one play that sticks out basically is because of the people I was playing against. You always remember the good ones. And Harding University had 2 defensive tackles that went to the NFL. And and we ran a double screen, and it was early in the game, and we threw it to Nick Lewis, who's a CFL, Canadian Football League Hall of Famer now, and he took it to the house like the second play of the game. And you're always conscious of your opponents, and you're like, these two dudes right here are transfers in from major Division I places, and then they both got went to the end. One actually played, I think played for the Texans for a little bit, and Nick scored, and you think you're just gonna this is gonna be our day. Well, we ended up not winning that game, but those are the type of things you remember. But it was an exciting play and a really good play.
Each week I'm going to ask you something about either high school or college.
Okay.
Okay. Just so people get to know what you've been through and where you come from and why you're here. Okay. Originally from Galveston, or that Galveston area.
Well, I played, Texas. Yeah. Well, I was born in Willis, North Dakota.
Well, yeah.
But I grew up in Galveston.
Grew up in Galveston. Folks, we appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. Again, check out the website, lpisdathletics.com. If you want to go through the normal website, lpisd.org, and we'll see you next week.